it's Melanie, and welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. Well, in today's video, we are going to be decorating a gaming-themed birthday party for a 16-year-old boy. I absolutely love this theme because number one, it was challenging for me. Number two, we decorated using a restaurant because he didn't want like a super big party. He wanted something very private and very intimate with his friends. And number three, I just felt like this was a very different theme because it was a gaming theme. I had to really think outside of the box. And so I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of tips and tricks and ideas along the way. So let's get started. Okay, to kick off his birthday celebration, we had a Mercedes Sprinter provided by High Life Limousine Services to pick up the birthday boy and all of his friends at his home to carry them to their first stop, which was Dave & Buster's. At Dave & Buster's, they got game cards and they were able to play all of their favorite games for about an hour and a half. And then after that, we journeyed to the brewery, which is in Huntsville, Alabama. Really cool restaurant. One of the things that I loved about it was the fact that it had a gaming room towards the back. So I was able to kind of take on this industrial look and transform it into something that was appropriate for a 16th birthday party that also had a gaming theme. And so one of the things that the kids enjoyed was definitely, playing games, and by them being able to have their birthday dinner here, it just really added to the fun. And I think the ambiance was perfect for the, overall outcome of the birthday party, and just having the little games and the private area to play the games just made it that much more fun. And so once we went in, we selected a space right in front of the pool tables and gaming stations, and we started to decorate. So I started out using a black sequin tablecloth because we just needed a little razzle dazzle, just a little bit, not too much. And then I did centerpieces in greenery, and it just looked so cute. I was like, I'm going to add in a little greenery to make it look a little bit more mature. And then I added in the gaming aspects as well. And the other reason I chose this particular table, because across the way, you see kind of like the backdrop, it looks really cute there. And I thought it would be the perfect spot, for something of this magnitude. And so I was like, yeah, we're going to do this. So we have like a backdrop there, and then behind the table to the left-hand side was a pool table and two gaming stations and a couch, kind of like a couch lounge area, which made it really fun. It did not take us a very long time to set up. So before we took the boys to the Dave & Buster, we came to this restaurant first to set up, and then we went to meet them at Dave & Buster so that we could loosely chaperone them, and it really worked out well. So once I had the greenery in place, I started to add in the gaming elements. And this is actually a bento box that I found at Hobby Lobby. It says game over. And I was like, this is perfect. It was just like a little controller. And so I thought that was like really mature looking and perfect to add into the tablescape for the gaming table. And we just kind of infused different gaming elements along the way. And I think that's a great tip. Like, when you're doing themed birthday parties, it can be really hard to find some items that look more mature, especially for a 16-year-old boy. But, look in the most inconspicuous places like Hobby Lobby. I just went looking for gaming pieces, came across this amazing gaming bento box and some gaming mugs. And when they were cold, the controllers were not lit up on the mug, but when you put something hot in it, then it kind of like the buttons and things like that lit up. The kids absolutely loved it. And so I just brought in several pieces that I thought would add texture and interest to the table. It's important to note that although we had this party at a restaurant, that we still took the opportunity to come up with a theme to match the actual celebration. And so of course the theme was level 16 game over, and my friend Rachel did some sublimation printing for me, and I used my Cricut heat press to press it onto the napkins to kind of carry the theme throughout. And so I didn't want the table just to look really flat and plain. That's why I used the sequins tablecloth. It still looked really, it didn't look too bad in terms of looking more masculine. It looked great to me, but adding in those mugs and the bento boxes and things of that nature really, brought the theme together. In the back, you can see kind of the video games there. And then Lanita went through and added in the wine glasses because we wanted them to have the mugs for their favors. The kids absolutely love them. And another thing to mention and note here is that a lot of kids may not like cake. So instead of doing cake, I had Rachel to do individual game themed boxes, and they turned out so super cute. So I'll show you guys those boxes as well. They also had the level 16 game over imprinted on those to carry the theme throughout the entire party. Now that the table is all set, it is time for us to add in the details. And for me, the details were going to be these individualized treat boxes. They turned out so super cute, you guys. This was done using sublimation printing as well. And on the inside of the boxes, we had cookies and Rice Krispie treats and cake pops for each of the kids, and they absolutely love them. They did have the gaming theme as well, and they were a huge hit. And I also did a short on this. I also placed this on IG. But if you are ever in a pinch and you need napkins, Hobby Lobby has bandanas in solid colors for just 99 cents. And so if you're ever short for napkins for an event, make a run for Hobby Lobby and pick up those 99-cent napkins. Okay, you guys, so here is what the event looked like overall. These are the gaming mugs. I had two different kinds, but both of them incorporated the color green. That's the reason I wanted to include greenery into the centerpiece. And so each of the boys got to choose what mug they wanted to keep. And their keepsake from this event was the mug and the treat box. And so those two things were just a huge hit. So here's what it looks like overall. Remember, I mentioned that they had a gaming station here, and so I specifically picked out this restaurant because of the gaming in the back, and so the kids could eat and still have fun and play more games for his birthday celebration. So I just thought that was the neatest backdrop, and it was just important for me to continue his theme all the way throughout the entire party. So here's how it turned out, you guys, and I will be back with the third phase. This party included 3 phases. Remember, step number 1, we went to Dave & Buster's. Step number 2, we had lunch at the brewery, which also had some gaming, and then we went to the third and final location. The boys got back on the limo, and the limo took them to our third location, which was Bridge Street. It was a shopping mall where he was going to get his birthday present, which was a Porsche. You guys, this turned out absolutely incredible. I actually found this ribbon on Amazon. It was perfect for the car. I didn't add any balloons or anything like that to it because I did not want to take away from the value of the vehicle, and it was a boy, and I just don't think that the balloons would have really added value in this case. So this was his birthday gift from his dad. He was ecstatic. I mean, he was like, oh my gosh, he could not believe it. His friends were ecstatic, and it was just a perfect day. Everything was perfect. We had this car parked in the shopping mall. They had just gotten ice cream, and then as they were walking back out after eating ice cream to the limo, we had this car parked in in that pathway. And so it was a complete surprise to him and to his friends, and to just see everything was such a blessing. And I was so happy to be a part of making it happen. So much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking on that subscribe button below. Also, let me know down in the comments your favorite aspect of today's design. You know, let me know your favorite thing that I used to infuse into the design to make it feel both fun, like a kid, but also kind of grown up and not so kiddie, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense at all. If it makes sense, let me know in the comments it makes sense. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys at the next one. If you're interested in becoming a certified event planner, designer, or decorator, I have an online school and an in-person classes. I will leave the link down below so that you guys can check it out. Thank you guys so much again for joining. Until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers!